Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian and book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called Friendbots, Blink and Block, Make a Wish by Vicky Fang. This is a level 2 I Can Read comics title, and it's about two robots named Blink and Block and how they meet on the playground one day. They start to investigate their surroundings to see if they might be able to find some buried treasure. But not everything they find is as exciting as they had hoped. Might be an old gum wrapper or a bottle cap. But they wonder what they might be able to do if they find a coin and maybe can wish on it. And what they ultimately discover is that the greatest thing that they might be able to find might be right under their noses from the very beginning, and it might just have to do with their special friendship. This story is a great one to share with young readers who are starting to become more confident with their own reading abilities, especially when it comes to graphic novels. So this is an early reader title, but it is designed as a graphic novel. And the beginning helps to orient readers to exactly what they're going to learn from reading this book. So caregivers are going to have a sense of how they can support their readers better as they're going through this text. As you can see, there's not a huge amount of text on each page. There are lots of word bubbles. You have some repetition that's built in, and the illustrations are just as important as the text. They help to give you some appropriate content and context for what's happening in the narrative, and it helps readers to better understand who the characters are and how they're interacting. There are some anthropomorphic qualities to these robots, so readers are going to be able to identify and relate to them because they're going to recognize what it's like to be on the playground, especially if you don't really have any good friends to play with, and what happens that special day when a new friend comes along. So there's a lot of humor worked into this story. There are a lot of emotions that are also built into it, and it's a great way for readers to become a little bit more comfortable with the idea of a graphic novel and how one works. So as readers are becoming more confident with their own reading skills and settling into perhaps a different kind of literature, this is a really fun and accessible introduction to graphic novels for emerging readers. If this sounds like a great fit for you or for someone you know, I hope you look for it wherever you get your books.